Alright everyone, welcome back to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video with Fat Phil, and today I want to talk about maybe like a serious, maybe get a little bit more serious, maybe give you guys, something to kind of think about here on this lovely Sunday. So a couple topics here to kind of help you avoid burnout in Galaxy of Heroes and maybe increase your enjoyment overall in this game. So like and subscribe, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. I always love hearing from you guys. I don't always get to respond to every single YouTube comment, but I do love seeing them. And of course, we've got to give our shout out to our members, whether they're at the Wampa and Jedi Master tiers, or even those of you who are on the council, even if you aren't yet granted the rank of Master. I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Without patrons like you, this channel isn't possible. So I really do appreciate it, guys. I'm always speechless with my thanks and gratitude. So let's get in. Let's talk about a couple of these things to increase your enjoyment and also keep you from burning out in this game. Burning out in Galaxy of Heroes is one of the toughest things, and I speak from experience that I did get burnout in this game, and it led to me taking almost 2 years off of this game. It was over a year and a half of time that I took off, and that kind of stuck with me and made me realize what I need to do since that time, right, since coming back, of how to avoid that burnout. So let me show you guys a couple of things. So first is you got to be able to switch your focus around. So I was very heavily focused in the game on territory battles. It was all I cared about at the time. When I took my first break, all I cared about was territory battles. And a big problem there was that my roster was already at the point where the only things I needed to do to get better in territory battles was upgrade Rogue One and my Phoenix for, Hoth territory battles for Rebels. And it just wasn't in the cards for me to do those things, so it just got burnt out because I just felt like I was not making any progress on my, on that front. And then I also felt like it just was, how do I say this? Like, it felt like because I was so engrossed in that, it consumed me. So you really should switch your focus. The example I would use more recently was when Grand Arena switched from the old matchmaking system with GP to what it is now. I tell this story all the time, and I think it's so important. I think it's a really valuable lesson. The game in Territory Wars and Grand Arena is designed to keep you at 500, right? It's designed to make you win as often as you lose. And so I really had to come to this. I was getting burnt out in the game. I was like, man, I'm not really doing anything good. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a step back from Grand Arena. I'm going to stop scouting. I might look up a few counters here and there, but I'm just going to play Grand Arena because I know that the system will self-correct me to whether I'm going to win 5 or lose 4 or vice versa, whatever. That the system's going to keep me down. So switching your focus between different events, whether it's Grand Arena to raids or conquest, territory battles, territory wars, whatever that case is, you switch that focus around every so often, and it's honestly really healthy for your account. And it's healthy for you. It gives you something to strive for. It gives you something to build towards, and it kind of keeps the game fresh. So switch your focus around. It's so important. All right, next, log in multiple times a day. And I know this is going to sound like crazy when you're like, I'm getting burnt out. Why would I want to be playing the game more? You're not playing the game more. You're just breaking it up into pieces. I think when I see players getting burnt out, it's when they stop logging in because like something's getting too much for them. And all you need to do is just log in a few more times. You might not think that that's going to save you time. Let me put it like this. How often do you have a 5-minute break where you could do a single combat mission? I mean, just think about that, right? And I'm going to even go down here and just say, like, you kind of put this in, press auto. If you are at that point where you're like, I don't know if I want to keep playing, start pressing auto. That maybe territory battles isn't your thing right now, but press auto, try and get something done. Go into the new raid and just press the auto button. And that has saved me so much over the years where you just press auto. Let the computer handle it. That it's not worth you missing out on, or it's not worth you not doing anything, or you're trying to do it all in the last hour and then you get burnt out because you feel like you're doing all of this stuff when you could have just pressed auto a couple of times throughout your day. So I think logging in multiple times would help a lot more players because they get burnt out because they feel like there's so much to do in this game. And there can be, but it's exacerbated when you're trying to do it all at once. So logging in multiple times helps. pressing auto is even nicer because what you're saying is you're like, all right, I'm just going to let the game play itself, right? I'm not going to worry about whatever I'm going to do. I'm just going to press auto, walk away. And I do this all the time. I'll go into like a conquest battle, press auto, and I'll go walk around and do something, right? And then you come back to it 5 minutes later, collect your rewards, go to the next one. And you can get your conquest done that way. You can get territory battles done that way. I think that's really, really smart, is utilizing that auto button to the fullest extent. Also, I do apologize if I keep like closing my eyes, guys. I am just like, I fell asleep on the couch and then I woke myself up to make a video, so you guys have one for today. So pulling the long shift. All right, next is altering your payout. Now, this I talk about a lot, but I think avoiding burnout here, one of the big things is being able to actively do your climbs for Squad Arena and Fleet Arena when it makes sense for your schedule. I think so often players let this game dictate their schedule. That at this time I need to be doing my Fleet Arena, this time I need to be doing this. Where you can make this game work around whatever schedule you have. You just need to know how to do that. So let me show you guys where you can do that. If you go up here into your settings, and I'm not going to click much further because I think it starts showing my player ID. But if you like click in this region up here, you can change your time settings and it'll show you how to change your payout, right? And it's helped me so much. Changing your payout can be huge. It'll allow you to take some control back and say, this is when I'm willing to spend the time climbing in fleets. This is the time I'm willing to do this, or this. I 1000% believe altering payouts is a massive way to avoid the burnout. Because what happens is players are like, oh my gosh, I don't have time to climb because it's daylight savings, or oh, it's during work, or I don't have time during there. Just switch it to when you do have time. It's really nice. It's one of the best things you can do. And it will really, really help you continue to be successful in this game. Particularly if you're in a situation like I am, where I'm able to hit every single store 4 times a day. Because of the way my payouts are, I can, go purchase things in the store for a long period of time. All right, and then finally, a different path here. So I've got Hunter just as a placeholder here, but sometimes just walk a different path. If you're getting burnout following the Fat Phil farming guide or the AP gains or Arnold, whatever guide you're following, and if you're like, man, I feel like I'm not doing anything, I'm not having fun, do something different. Maybe go listen to somebody else. Maybe go do your own thing. Again, this game is, at the end of the day, this is a fun Star Wars phone game that Capital Games makes, $1 billion in revenue in. But at the end of the day, it's supposed to be fun for us. So if you're not having fun, find a different way to have it, If you're not the kind of person where, like for me, I always say this, winning is fun. Like I have the most fun when I'm winning. So I try to have the best account I can, so I can win. But for other people, they just love to play. And honestly, there's a beauty in that. There's a beauty of just loving to play this game and loving to collect the heroes. And, if that's the way you are, go do it. Go chase it. I'm not going to be here to tell you that that's the wrong thing to do. Like having fun in the game is the right thing to do. How you do that is completely up to you. But yeah, guys, there you have it. There's a couple of ways that I think you can avoid burnout and kind of lead you to success, more success down the road. So let me know your thoughts. Again, like, subscribe, comment. I love all you. May the force be with you, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.